Hey, we're back. It's Councilman Salters and
Councilman Grove.
And it's our first City Council recap for 2020. New year, new you, new council.
Yeah.
So today, the big thing that happened tonight is it was basically most of the time was spent on our organizational meeting. Each year, you need to make sure that you vote for your president, your vice president, and then any board appointments that you've had to make during that time period. With all the changes that we've had on council, we had quite a few spots that we had to get filled.
Yep.
And the key thing is you want city representation on these boards so they can basically speak up for the city and let them know the concerns of the city, the concerns that we have, the concerns that the public have. So your voice is heard as we move forward with some of these projects. And there's a lot of cool things that are happening, a lot of great things happening, but we need to make sure that those boards are filled. You want to go through some of the list of the boards?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
RDC.
RDC.
Biggest one, really.
Yeah, the really biggest one. Redevelopment Commission, we had 2 spots there. We appointed Mark McNeese to that and Mr. Greg Parsley.
Yeah.
They were already on there. Mr. Parsley was a non-voting member. Now he's a voting member.
Yep.
And Mark was on there as a mayor appointment, but now he's going to be our appointment. And that's one of the things that we've talked about for years. We want to make sure that some of these appointments, the bigger boards, that you have council representation, so you have direct representation to the people on some of these boards. And the nice thing about it is the people that we appointed to that board have been serving on that board.
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on? And
It's going to be good.
good flow.
All right, next board.
UEA.
UEA. All right, this one's kind of weird because it's the urban enterprise zone, but you have to have a council members that district is in the zone.
Right.
So there were 4 of us that were eligible: Mr. Stengel, Mr. Grove, Mr. McNeese, and myself. And Councilman Stengel is going to be the one that takes over that spot.
Yeah.
Now we still have
Great
2 appointments that we need to make to that, and those are people that live inside that board, and we'll get that taken care of next week. There's a lot of neat things that happen with the urban enterprise zone, usually improvements to business and homes in that area, increasing the economic vitality.
Yes.
It's a good word for the day in that area. Next board.
Solid waste.
Solid waste.
Yes.
Yes.
Big one.
Big one. One of my favorites. This is one that I always loved hearing Councilman Pat Clark talk about. He would almost give a play-by-play of the whole meeting when I was a young councilman.
That's before my time.
I didn't mean it was awesome, and I'd always sit back and just enjoy it. But I'll be serving on that one, basically speaking up for the city's interests when it comes to like recycling and waste management, those kind of things. Next board. Pantheon Interlocal.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the Pantheon Interlocal board. Councilman Brown served on that one, and now it will be Councilman Grove.
Yes.
Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the Pantheon. That should be opening towards the end of spring, I think.
Yeah, this spring.
Yeah. So basically,
exciting.
keeping the city's interest there, seeing what's going on there, and kind of encouraging those aspects in the city's voice and thoughts on that. There's another area plan.
Area plan.
Area
Yes.
plan deals with like zoning and building within the city of Vincennes. Councilman McNeese is going to be the one that sits on that board. And I think those are all the boards that we had appointments for today. Obviously, there's some other appointments that we'll need to be making. Obviously, the KCDC, that'll need to come up. Like I said, we've got UAE, and I'm sure there's a couple boards that we missed tonight. But like we said, new meeting, getting things figured out, getting all these changes in there. And it's going to be neat. It's going to be exciting. And what's really exciting, I'm standing right next to the vice president of the city council. I'm really excited for him. Councilman Grove's been a great leader, and now in the vice presidential role,
and
he will lead us forward.
Most importantly, Your Highness, the president of the Vincennes City Council. Congratulations! After 8 years.
Yeah, thank you very much.
This is the first time you're going to sit on the presidency.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't really think about, and I obviously like kind of think back when I first got on. Who would have thought that this would be a position that I'd be in? Obviously, I'm humbled by this honor, and I mean, I just love the city of Vincennes. Can't wait to continue to improve it and continue to improve it with you guys. And we'll do things like that. Other than that, we paid claims.
Yes.
We talked about that. We had a couple miscellaneous things. We had a kind of a building miscellaneous topic. You know more about this
Yeah,
than I do.
you know, a local business person has bought a building on Hart Street. Don't want to go into too much detail.
Right, just in the beginning.
He made it public tonight.
Yeah.
So the church on Hart Street that's been vacant for a long time, been an eyesore, a big problem for the city in general.
A huge problem.
He's going to turn that into an apartment complex and the house next to it into a parking lot. So somebody that's thinking, you know, the big project, not just I'm going to put a house here, but no parking. He's done the whole parking and fixing the area.
Yeah.
So really exciting.
Yep.
Wasn't looking for anything from us tonight. Just kind of, and what I really like, he just came to inform us.
And that's what we've encouraged. That you just bring information to us and just keep us in the loop and let us know what's going on. Let us know what we can do to help. Let us know how we can make things better for you. And it was nice that our first meeting that people have kind of heard that call, and we had that. Another big thing that we kind of ended with was obviously social media is a big thing for us. It's an easy way for us to contact you and you to contact us. And what you'll be seeing in the coming weeks is what we're going to do is put together a city council page that'll eventually kind of merge into like a YouTube page where we can house basically every one of our meetings. We'll do those live. But then you can also go and look at a library. If you missed a meeting, you can watch it at any time you want. We'll also post all of our agendas on there so you know specifically what's going on. We'll probably put the minutes there as well, so if you don't get to see that, then you can see what the votes were and as we go forward. It's really important to us that we are as open and transparent as possible. You've heard me just kind of continue
I
talk
think
about
the
that.
most exciting part about that is there's a lot of people that work past 6 o'clock, so they don't even get a chance to come and see what happens in the council meeting. This is going to bring the council meeting to them and get them more involved.
Right, it's one of those lines that I've used for the last 4 years. It's not people coming to the council, it's council coming to the people. And if we can make that easier for you, that's what we're going to do. And we're excited about that, and we look forward to that. Even though there wasn't a lot on the agenda, there was a lot discussed tonight.
I think there was.
And it's, kind of get used to that because we're going to talk about a lot of different things. And I'm excited. It's going to be a fun 4 years. We had a laugh-filled first night.
Wasn't perfect, but don't ever expect it to be.
No. So we're excited about the coming years, and we will keep doing these council recaps for you.
Yep.
So until our next meeting, see you then.